Hello, Gemini, and welcome to your September 2021 general reading. Be sure to check out your sun, moon, and rising for a more well-rounded perspective. And if you're looking for something a bit more personal to your situation, feel free to check out the description box below for my links to my sites. All right, let's go ahead and begin, Gemini. The beginning of the month, I feel, has been full of twofold. So we have the moon, and I feel like it's been wild and crazy. There's also been a lot of internal intuitive action happening, so you're getting some intuitive hits that's kind of added to the wild and crazy energy that you've been experiencing. But this card is also kind of a check-in for you, or a reminder for you to do some self-check-in, a call for rest. So when things get a bit chaotic or get hectic or slightly overwhelming as a result of things that are happening in the ether that's starting to bleed through the physical plane and you're experiencing, you need to be able to rest so that you are better equipped when you are getting downloads, so that you are better equipped and well rested for whenever you are opened and connecting, so that you're also better equipped and prepared to put up the proper protections and blocks that you may need, and you're able to think clearer and see things clearer and just handle self-care, if for no other reason other than protection, self-protection blocks and what have you, should those be necessary. So this is basically a twofold message, and validating the amount of chaos that you've been experiencing, as well as through it all the amount of intuitive hits and downloads that you may have been receiving. That's kind of making it feel like your spiritual connection is kind of amping up to the next level. But it's also a reminder to make sure that you are resting properly, connecting effectively, disconnecting properly and effectively, and going through what you need to do as far as self-protection and self-preservation. So this is very strong, not only the beginning of September, but sort of something that you need to remember as you move through the rest of September. I feel like this energy of continuing expansion and your intuitive connection is going to continue through the rest of the month. So this is why this message is so important now. If you're already feeling the weight and the chaos of it all, you need to hurry up and get on board with care, self-care, and self-preservation through all of this, because this is kind of the beginning of it. This is going to continue as you move through the rest of the month. The Queen of Pentacles is really coming in strong with that call to make sure you are grounding yourself appropriately so that you are able to connect effectively. That proper grounding, that focusing on the things that you need to focus on so that your perspective doesn't get skewed, it doesn't get as chaotic as everything is around you. Overall, there's just this call for you to ground yourself, and however or whatever that means for you. I do feel like this is also coming with the message of connecting with a grandmother spirit for some of you. So for those of you that may resonate with, take that however it comes to you, and do the work that you need to do surrounding that particular part of this message. But there's definitely a little bit of a call for you to connect in some format or facet with a grandmother energy as you're doing this work, as you're moving into and through the month of September. As you get towards the end of September, we are getting strong Ace of Cups energy, and this really feels like it's kind of validating what I've already said, what I felt come through at the beginning of this card, the beginning of this reading, and that message about how this is actually kind of the beginning. You are opening and expanding in new ways as far as your spiritual connection, as far as your intuition and your ability to connect is growing and expanding. And towards the end of the month, this is going to be like something new is coming with this, a new development or a deeper development. And I'm getting I'm getting some intense fire energy with this. The colors are really coming across with intense fire energy. So however that relates to you regarding this new intuitive opportunity or perspective or gifts that are coming to you now and going to continue to come into the month of September. There's some fire, there's heavy fire energy that's coming with that, and it's specifically fire. So however that resonates with you, take that. Be careful with it. Fire burns. That's something that I just heard as I'm doing this. I was just told fire burns. Remember, fire burns. So however that relates, if for some of you, if this means, this might mean a person, this might mean ritual, this might mean element or something that you're planning with the elements of fire, but it's very heavy fire oriented, something regarding fire energy or fire element towards the end of the month that you're going to come across. And it's twofold. It's letting you know of the gift that's coming, but it's also, for some of you, there is a warning of fire energy. So however that applies, take that. Finally, we have creativity. This can connect with some of you. If this doesn't relate to you from a perspective of a person, the fire element might come through as a means of creativity. No matter who you are or how this resonates, there's definitely a call for spending time with your creative endeavors, making sure that you're finding means of inspiration. This doesn't necessarily mean that you have to become an artist if you're not, but you need to be creative in some of your approaches, in some of the way you are living your life in general. There's a bit of stagnation, I feel, that's been happening. That's kind of interesting because you wouldn't think that the chaos would mean that there would be any position or availability or potential for stagnation, but there's just this weird clash of how there's a lot of chaos that's kind of coming into your life. It's not so much that you were causing it or that you are being a part of, as much as this chaos is kind of impeding into your life and bleeding into your life. Because you yourself, I feel like there's some stagnation that's happening. And so there's just a call for being creative as far as how you see yourself, being creative as far as how you connect, being creative as far as how you take care of yourself, and being creative as far as what you are doing when you're making decisions, being creative in your decision-making process. So there's a call for a creativity, and I feel like overall, this call for a creativity is actually a call to become lighter. Don't be so heavy. Don't be so deep. Give yourself the opportunity to be lighter in your vision, in your perspective, in your reflection, in your connection, in your living, in your being. Allow yourself to kind of brighten yourself up, bring yourself up. Be creative, be inspired. Lighten your load, lighten yourself. Okay. I don't know that I can say that any more than that. I hope that the message has come loud and clear and you understand what has been brought forth. I hope this reading has been everything that you were hoping for and more. Be sure to check out your sun, moon, and rising for a more well-rounded perspective. And if you're looking for a reading that's a bit more individual to you and your situation, be sure to check out the description box below for the links to my sites. Other than that, I hope you have a beautiful month of September, and we will see you in the next video.